What's up, YouTube? This is Victor on the Let Me Explain show, and today I'll be talking about Anchor FM. So, Anchor FM is a platform or part of Spotify's platform where people can create their podcasts. It's a podcast hosting platform, basically. And why I'm doing this video is because I started a podcast on Anchor FM, and I'm on my 8th episode now, working on my ninth. And I'm really excited about it because it's such an easy platform to use. You plug and play, basically. If you have your ideas ready, it takes literally 3 seconds to start recording your podcast. Um, and also, they have background music that you can add to it. I'll link my podcast below so you can have a sample of it. So, the ease of entry when it comes to podcasting with Anchor FM, I found it to be tremendously easy to use. No fancy editing. Of course, the sound quality is not premium, but it's absolutely acceptable. That, of course, depends on the devices you use to record your sound. If you're recording with your phone microphone, it depends on how good your microphone is. I'm using an iPhone 11, not the greatest iPhone produced, but the sound is decent. I've switched to using my Beats Pro earbuds to record the sound, and it's okay. It's audible. You can hear it, but like I said, I'm just starting this journey into podcasting, and right now I'm not too concerned about the sound quality as long as it's acceptable. As I go forward, I'm going to obviously invest in sound equipment so that I can do interviews with multiple people. I can have better sound quality, and so on and so on. Right. Let's go back to talking about Anchor FM. When I looked around, the others either had a subscription fee, great features and everything, but I'm not ready to be paying for a podcast yet. That's gonna come through as I build up my portfolio because I'm saving all the recordings I'm making on Anchor FM. And as I transition into a more professional space, I will then consider a subscription. Okay, so when it comes to Anchor FM, I will show on screen now what the platform looks like, and as I navigate the screen, you can see. Okay, so we're in the dashboard right now, and this is my podcast, Mirror Within. It's available on 3 platforms so far. Those are the ones I've submitted it to so far. And if we look at how many other platforms you can submit to, you get an RSS feed. It's not too difficult to submit. It just takes a little bit of time, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple. So I've already submitted to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Amazon. So it's available on Spotify automatically, and these 3 that I've submitted it to. But I can also submit it to iHeartRadio, Castbox, Pocket Casts, Radio Public, Stitcher, which will be great because once I build up my portfolio, once I have more episodes, I would like to really start promoting it. Right, let's talk about the metrics over here. So this is all-time plays. It gives you episodes plays per episode, which is quite nice. Number size of your audience and current balance, so the payment over here. So what's happening here is I had a friend subscribe. I didn't expect anybody to be subscribing while I'm starting off, but she subscribed and it's great. I'm taking her money, which is cool, but I would appreciate it if I got subscribers because that would help me build up quicker, scale up quicker in terms of polishing up the podcasts professionally, like I spoke before. Right. So podcast performance. This gives you a range. Once I'm under 30 days, so that's all I have to view. But you can view it weekly or monthly. And oh, that's not a very nice curve. Anyway, so metrics are important if you have somebody who wants to work with you as a sponsor. They will want to see where your audience is coming from and who your audience are. On my phone, I can actually see where people are coming from. So unfortunately, those metrics are not available here. I think they might be. Okay, we'll dig into that. So this is my wallet where the money's at, and you access it through Stripe. You have to sign up on Stripe, link your bank account, and then you'll be good to go. So this is from the one subscriber. This is a new, I can cash that out, but I don't want to cash out 94 cents. I don't want to do that. Over here we have the host read ads, and to unlock them, however, you need 50 listeners. And then what will happen after 50 listeners is you can unlock this and you'll be paid to promote Anchor FM basically. So they have their own in-house ads they call ambassador ads, and so they pay you from that. I haven't used that yet, so I can't speak to that. Down here we have our subscribers, and you can customize how your message on what you want to say. For me, it's 99 cents per month. Get access to subscriber limited content such as monthly Zoom panels. That's something I'll be doing. Um, Behind the scene footage of my creative world. I will be showing people how I create paintings and so on. And that's it for the subscriber section. And we've talked about the money. Let's look at the episodes I've done. So I've got 8 episodes so far. My first one was on the 2nd of January, and my latest one was on the 20th. So my first one was how I overcame road rage, and my latest one is 10 affirmations for building confidence. So money wise, of course, we all want to make money from what we do, right? And it's important that we do make money from what we do so that we can continue doing what we love to do. But my incentive is not the money right now. It's more about building that platform so that in the long run, it can then become an asset that I can use to promote myself to do for public speaking engagements, for motivational workshops, and so on and so on. I will post an update on the payment scheme from the ambassador ads once I've tried them out, but for now, I'm not in that yet. So that's basically it on Anchor FM, and we're going to go on to talk about what I like to talk about. So I'm a visual artist by training. I'm also an art teacher. I work in the nonprofit world with an unhoused with the unhoused community. What that means is I have a lot of one-on-one time with people. I talk to people a lot for my work. What I found to be my sweet spot or my ikigai, if you want to use a Japanese philosophy. So ikigai is when your passion meets your service and you are paid for that. So the intersect between amongst your passion, the service you're providing, and being paid for that. So that's what I do. And my ikigai is motivating people, you know, finding pathways for people to reach their inner being, inner selves, hence the title of the podcast, Mirror Within. I'm also deeply into spirituality. I don't like to use that term because it's got connotations around it. But I like to look within. I believe that we are a spirit in a physical body, and being in a physical body, the physical body has memory. More like we have intellectual memory, the body also has memory. We have genetic memory. And within that memory comes a lot of wisdom, a lot of lessons, a lot of learning we can do. So when we go within, we begin to uncover those gems we carry within us. That's what I like to talk about on the podcast. I did address some personal issues I went through before I got to where I am, and that's talking about road rage. I had extremely bad road rage about 4, 5 years ago. and it cost me two cars. So from that experience, I asked myself, how can I use that experience to help others who might be in a similar situation? Because I could have caused harm to other people. I could have caused a loss of life. And that's serious, right? That's really serious. So whatever I can do to use my skill set, which is speaking and insights, to bring awareness to other people and hopefully help them put another tool in their kit so that if they're in this situation or know somebody in that situation, they can point them in my direction and use my resources. So that's why I started the podcast. I enjoy um, sharing my experiences, sharing insights. I'm also deeply into meditation, as you can already tell by now, because I mentioned spirituality, I guess. And part of my meditation also comes with affirmations, or which can also be known as mantras. And affirmations have transformed my life. Shout out to We Are Creators here on YouTube. Justin, thank you so much for uploading the videos on YouTube because you're one of the people I turn to for affirmations. I'll link Justin's channel below. So I have affirmations on confidence because I struggled with confidence as a youth. You know, I was one of those people who locked themselves in the bathroom when it was recess. I have affirmations on self-worth that are coming through. I have affirmations on healing. You know, so there's a lot to talk about in that space, and I cover all that. But as I move forward, I want to also be interviewing people. I've got two lined up who have made dramatic changes in their lives by looking within themselves and truly answering the question, am I happy? Am I really happy? If I'm not, what can I do to get out of this state? And one person came from being unhoused, being homeless, to earning 4K, $4,000 a week, right? He started his own nonprofit. He's giving back to the community that he came from. So that's an inspirational story. But within that comes some self searching, some um, divine intervention, if I may use that word. That's the story I want to share because that motivates me. That's inspirational. That's real. It's got tangible steps on how people can do it. And yeah, it's going to be a great one. The second one I want to do is I used to smoke. Okay. I had road rage. I used to smoke. I was in a bad space. I was in a bad space for a long time. And when I got into the work I'm doing now, which is working with the unhoused community, also known as the homeless community, I met John, a really amazing guy. We're generations apart, but he just used harm reduction on me when we shared an office, and that helped me quit smoking. That helped me quit smoking. So I want to have John on the show to share how he does the work he does in helping people get back on their feet, and the podcast is going to be the platform for that. Okay, so to round it off, I just want to say, what do you desire to do? What's the burning desire you have? If it's public speaking or sharing thoughts, I would highly recommend either starting a YouTube channel or starting a podcast. And if you choose to go the podcast route and just want to experiment and try it out, do give Anchor FM a try. Like I said, it's not premium quality um, editing and recording that you'll get from there, but it's a great platform because it's got ease of entry, and also it's hosted. It's part of Spotify. So if your podcast hits, you've got a great audience already when it comes to Spotify. Of course, there's work to be done, as we all know, but it's a start. All right. So I just wanted to share that. I hope you found this inspirational and useful. If you did, please like and subscribe to the channel. Share it if you will. I would really appreciate that. And until the next one, have a blessed day.